Hey guys, welcome. This is April with Relish the Moment, doing some crafting, relaxing during my lunch hour. I hope you'll join me. Today I'm going to show you a little bit of behind the scenes of what we've got coming up. We're launching next week our crafting club called Kit is Well with My Soul. And so this is exactly what it's all about, just taking time out for you, relaxing, exploring your creative side, and just taking time to pause and just relish in the moment. So, all right. So this is going to see if you saw in the description, this says part one, June's project part one. And so this is going to be just half of the project. Tomorrow we'll come back and we'll show you the next one. Okay, so as we do our projects, it's all about layering the wood pieces. You see them cut out here. And I just kind of want to walk through with you some of the things that I've got that you may not be able to see on the camera, but I definitely want to call them out because these are helpful tools as you're crafting. So, first is I like to use a combination of brushes and sponges. So I have different size brushes here. So I have a flat tip here, and I also have a very small round brush. So we have that there. And then I have some makeup sponges, which I love to use on these finer cuts, these laser cut items. Okay. I also have some painter's tape, which we'll talk about in a little bit. It's one of my favorite things to use. You definitely want to have some paper towels ready. As you can see, I already got paint on myself just by putting the paint on the plate. And then it's always helpful too to have some wet wipes nearby. Um, let's get started. So the first thing I want to show you is actually how to use the painter's tape. And this is one of the things that we cover inside the crafting club, which is not only like having the time and painting and doing projects together, but just also teaching you different techniques and tips along the way to help you improve your techniques or just things that are just really, really helpful as you're crafting. So, one of them is when you're using small pieces like this. Now, these are laser cut. We laser cut everything ourselves. But maybe you buy the laser cut pieces. I know Dollar Tree has some nice accents, just different pieces that you may want to paint. It is super helpful to put it on the painter's tape. You can use masking tape. um, you could also use, like, if you just had like a few pieces, not as many as we have here. I mean, you really could even use Scotch tape. That would totally be fine as well. Okay, now I'm gonna paint these all one color. So I'm gonna group them pretty closely. If these were gonna be like different colors, then I would recommend almost doing like one strip, one section of tape for one color. But because I'm going to do these all white, then I don't mind putting them all together. Okay, the rest I'm actually going to leave off the tape because I don't mind doing those, holding those. That's enough for me to hold on to. Okay, here's another tip. So when I cut it, you see I'm leaving some room. And then what I do is I just fold this over. And then that way I have a place to hold it without it, being sticky. Okay. So we're going to paint this here just in a moment, but I wanted to show you how I use the tape. So I'm going to set that one aside. Um, Let me think. I am going to put this little star on here because I'm going to paint that a certain color. Okay. And I'm going to set that to the side. Hello, getting tongue twisted. All right. If you're watching and it's your lunch hour, comment below. What are some of the things that you like to do on your lunch hour? Sometimes I know people use that time to like get errands done and things like that. Okay, so I'm going to set the rest of these aside so we can start to work on this bigger piece here. So let me just make some room. Lay those off to the side. Put my scissors back. Okay, so this project that we're doing is going to be double-sided. So you probably saw, right, when we started on here, we had pieces for patriotic, and then the backside is going to be something that you can display all summer long. All right, so we'll come back to this in just a bit. So you see this one here, we will have to do it in stages because it has one side. This is going to be the Hello Summer. And then as I flip it over, you're going to see the patriotic side. So this is one of the things too with our pieces and our projects. We engrave the design. I don't know if you can see that. Let me stand up and see if you can see that. Yep. So that is one of the things that really helps make our projects just, simple and fun and relaxing to do, because the placement of some of these smaller, finer pieces, it's already laid out for you. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So like I said, we do laser cut everything. So we're actually painting right here on wood. And I'm going to paint this all blue, okay? And I'm going to actually lift this up just a little bit so I can take my brush across and lift it up as I get closer to the edge. All right, so I love 4th of July. It's one of my favorite holidays. Growing up, if it was 4th of July, it meant we were at grandma's. We would spend the summer with grandma. So it would be me and my brother and all of my cousins. And so we just loved it. And we were in Lake Tahoe. So we watched the fireworks lakeside. It's so beautiful. And I love Lake Tahoe. And just was one of my favorite parts of my childhood. Probably the favorite part of my childhood. I know it's kind of a toss up. That's why you heard me pause. Because I also really enjoyed hanging out with my granddad as well. So, I mean, I was really, really blessed. If I wasn't with my grandma, I was with her sister, and both places were just like my favorite place to be. Okay, so as you see, I'm just going across here with like a navy, right? Not maybe a super dark. Okay, let's call this like a cobalt blue. And our projects are really designed for all ages and stages. So if you are like a beginner crafter, this project's going to look amazing with one solid color. If you've been crafting and painting for a while and you want to add some highlights to this, or even do it as an ombre, you can. And we teach those techniques as well, by the way, in the club. So if you are coming in as a beginner crafter, you're going to see such progress in your crafting skills. So it's not just about like, oh, let's come on here and create this month's project, but it's also about learning different techniques, learning from the other members, and just having fun. Okay, so I painted right over the engraving. Not sure if the camera's going to show it. It's kind of dark, but let's see if we can get the light to hit it. When you have this right in front of you, you can actually see the engraved lines on there. So don't worry, you're always just going to paint right over the lines. Okay, so we're going to let this dry. And while this is drying, I'm going to put this in some water. and we're going to work on our smaller pieces. The cool thing about working with the wood like this and using the acrylic paint is it dries really, really quickly. So you can definitely do our projects on a lunch break like this. Okay. All right. Getting this dried off. I like to squeeze the color out of it right away, even though I know I'm going to put it back in the water. I don't know. All right. We all have our quirks about us, I guess you would say. Okay. So that's going to dry. And I'm going to bring this back onto the scene. We've got, actually, I'm going to switch it. I'm going to put this down here to dry and put that up there. Even going to slide it across just a little bit more. All right. So we do have also for you guys our top 10 crafting tools. So if you want to get that list and get on the wait list also to know when the doors open for the crafting club, would you message me your email address and we'll make sure we get that to you? Because this is one of our top tools as well, is having a tray that you can work on. Because, you know, we all don't have craft rooms. And so, you know, this is going to help you be able to craft no matter what size space you're in. So whether you have a whole full-blown craft room, or maybe you're just doing it at the dining room table, which is most of the time that's where I'm at. Or even if you're traveling, like maybe you're in an RV. Some people take their kits with them on vacation. And so this is a great way to just be able to set up anywhere, right? So crafting should be fun and relaxing and easy to fit into the schedule. So that's what we want to help you with. We want to help you with your different techniques and just give you tips along the way to make sure you're spending time exploring your creative side. All right. So if you're watching this on the replay, let us know what you're doing. You watching this, you've just had dinner, or maybe it's the end of the night, right? Like a lot of us are moms, so we get on after everybody's kind of wind down for the day. That's our time, right? So, okay, I'm just picking up a little bit of, I don't know, that must have been some paint that dried while I was setting up. Okay, there we go. So this is, I just love that. I love like when the word, you put the paint onto the letters and it just pops, comes to life. I feel like it comes to life. All right. So these are just makeup sponges that I'm using. I showed you earlier how I cut them in half. You don't have to cut them in half if you don't want to. You can leave them whole, but it's up to you. Whatever you like. Okay, so this here, I'm doing it all in white. So I got my background in blue. My letters are really gonna pop against that dark background with this white paint here. Okay, and I lost my train of thought. But oh, I know what I was gonna say. So our projects, we definitely give you like an inspirational example, but it's not the required sample. So you do not have to do your project the way I do my project. So if you are thinking, you know, you would do the background in a different color, you would do these letters in a different color, or maybe you would do some words in one color and other words in a second color. Those are all options, and we encourage you to do your projects the way you visualize them, right? Because there's just not one way. That's my favorite part. I have two favorite parts. um, my favorite part about doing projects like this, like you see people do it and you're like, oh my gosh, I love how you put that together. I didn't think of putting it together that way. Or gosh, those are colors. You know, you see people use colors that maybe you normally wouldn't gravitate to, and then you see them together and you're like, oh my gosh, that looks so good. So I'm just coming back through and doing a second coat. By the way, when I'm doing this, I make sure to work the paint all the way into the sponge. That helps it to be really quick and clean as you're doing this, and it's not like gunking up in these openings and things like that. And it also puts a nice thin layer on, so it dries pretty fastly. Fastly, that's not a word. Pretty fast. And you can come back through, boom, and do the second coat. But so okay, so that's one of my favorite things I love is just seeing other people's ideas. And yeah, they're always inspiring me, especially the way they put everything together, like the colors. And we did a class where we had some flowers that we did, and some of the ladies actually layered the flowers together, and I'm like, gosh, that looks so good. And the next time around when I painted those flowers, I layered them together for this bouquet bar I had to put together, and it just was like, man, took it to another level. So we're all learning from each other, all encouraging each other. You know, it's not about comparing. It's about just like exploring your creativity, giving yourself the chance to explore your creativity. Our motto is it's not that you can't, you just haven't done it yet. So, you know, and you can't learn unless you get started. So that is what we want to make sure people are doing, taking the time, get started, have some fun. All right, I'm going to bring this star over here because this star I want white as well. All right. And I love stars. I love stars. If it's got a star on it, I'm buying it. It doesn't matter. So I love Christmas, as you can probably imagine as well. Christmas decor. I mean, I love Christmas not because of stars, but well, I guess maybe, right? There is a pretty special star that's a part of Christmas. But yeah, like 4th of July decor and Christmas decor, if it's got a star on it, I'm buying it. If it's a cute piece of clothing or jewelry with a star on it, I'm buying it. I love stars. Love them, love them, love them. Even my child's middle name has to do with stars. Okay, so boom, got the white pieces all done. I'm going to slide this over so this can continue to dry, which won't be long because, again, we just did these thin layers. Okay, so now I'm going to do these stars. So if you can imagine, these are going to layer together. So I definitely, and they're going to go against this blue. So you're going to have the blue, the red, white, and then I'm going to do this blue. And so let me tell you a little bit more about the crafting club as I'm wrapping up this portion of the project. So the crafting club has two options to it. There's two options to it. And so the first option is to get our digital access. So this is great if you are a laser owner, or maybe you like to cut out your pieces using other types of power tools. Or maybe you're like, I'm not even going to do my projects on wood like this. We show you other ways you can take our designs, print them out, and apply them to other surfaces. So that's one option, okay? But it's more than just getting the monthly design, okay? Which I'll talk about that in just a second. So the first option is you get a digital version of our designs, and you can cut them out yourself, or you could print out the digital design, and by using graphite paper, you can get creating right away and actually transfer the design on a variety of surfaces. So we'll be showing you that in a future live. If you're like, wait, what is she saying? I can't picture that. We'll show you. We'll show you. We'll show you. You know, a lot of us are visual learners, so I totally get that. Okay. Got everything painted there. Okay. So again, first option is going back to the membership. First option is you can get the digital access. You get the months, the projects for the month. You can cut them out yourself or use graphite paper to transfer them. And then the other option is, I'm just moving this stuff off the camera. The other option is you could have us cut it out for you, and you still get the digital version, but we will send you all the little wood pieces like this here. Okay. All right. So moving that over, gonna bring this back onto the screen, and you're gonna hear me get a wet wipe. I gotta wipe these hands because we're gonna go to the second side of this, and it's gonna be a different color palette. And so I just wanna make sure my hands are clean. All right, so now, whatever monthly club membership you pick, no matter which one you pick, the digital or where we mail you the wood pieces, all members get access to all of our classes. Okay, so as soon as you become a member, you have access to the classes. And we have, the classes are like how to begin to create your own wood signs, different techniques that will be helpful as you're creating wood signs, like how to make a bow, how to hang your signs, how to protect your signs, how to store your signs, how to sell your signs. Maybe you might be thinking about how to host your own paint party. So we'll have a class on that. And you're not only going to get access to that month's project, but all of the months. So you'll have fun right away. You'll jump on in and you'll have not only this month's project, but other ones available to you right away. And everybody gets access to our curated playlist and drink recipes. So if you want to sip and sing while you're crafting, you can do that. Everybody will get access to that as well. And we'll have guest instructors. So if you enjoy other things besides painting and making wood signs, we're going to have also other guest instructors. So you can do things like how to journal and hand lettering and just working with yarn, working with scrapbooking and card making. So it's just a variety of crafts, just different ways to explore your creativity. And probably the favorite thing is that you get access to our private Facebook group. So get to come in, be with the ladies, encourage each other, learn from each other. Okay, so I flipped this over and I brought this spare piece on here because we're going to play around with some colors just so you can kind of see different techniques, okay? And when we do ship you everything, no matter what membership level you get, you do get a supply list. That way you have that available to you. And let's see what colors. I have a vision for this board. Like I'm thinking of like these stripes that blend into one another. And I'm thinking of these colors like the pink, the white, and the lime green, which I think I'm gonna need some more lime green. And I think I'm gonna need some more white. All right, there is my white. Get over here. All right. In the crafting club, you're also gonna get discounts on supplies, discounts on things in the shop, and every member does get a starter kit when you join. So if you are like, I have nothing, this sounds like so much fun, but I have nothing, and you're wondering how much money you're going to have to invest before you can even do one of our projects, you're going to get a starter kit. So you're going to get 2 of the flat tip brushes, 2 smaller flat tip brushes, and 2 of the rounder brushes. You're also going to get some sponges and 3 easels to hold signs as you make them in different projects along the way. All right, so let's play around with the color a little bit. I'm going to set this over to the side because I do not want to get it dirty, and I am a little klutzy. Y'all should have saw me trying to set up for this. It was a little cray. All right, so we're going to get the pink, and I'm just going to put a stripe here. And then I'm going to clean my brush. Get a paper towel over here. And squeeze some of that off. Probably should get some clean water. Look at that. And get some white. I'm not going to quite get them to touch yet. Just get really, really close. Okay. And now I'm just going to get a corner of pink right there. Let me bring that a little closer. Okay. And now I'm going to start to bring the 2 together. And then I'll do some more because I need to get more product on there, more paint on there so it glides. And I'm bringing more of that pink down. Okay. So you can kind of see it starts to create an ombre where the 2 meet. Okay, kind of like that. I really like that. Okay, so now let's see. You know what I really need is I need an assistant over here, one of the children, to get me some more water. Oh, should have brought. Okay, there's a tip. Bring 2 cups of water when doing this project. Okay, so now I'm gonna get green. So we'll see if I kind of like how this is gonna go. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that. All right, so now opposite, right? I'm gonna get some white on there and marry these together. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. I love it. It reminds me of a watermelon. Yep, I'm doing it. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Here we go. Let's bring the board back on. Set this scrap piece to the side. All right. So we got our board here. So the idea is this comes with a stand. So when it's the patriotic holidays, let's make sure I have it right side up. When it's patriotic holidays, you're going to have it in the stand with the blue in the front. And we have some accents that we're going to do with some twine. And then when it's not the patriotic holidays, right? So when it's not Memorial, 4th of July, or and maybe even if you want to do that for like Veterans Day, Flags Day, things like that, then for the rest of the time in the summer, you'll have this side showing, which will have the Hello Summer. All right, here we go. There's my brush. Actually, what I'm going to also do is use one of our wipes here. You can use a wipe like this to also help clean off the brush. Okay? All right. So I think for this, I'm going to start with the green and work my way up. Just because the pink is a lot more pigmented, just kind of like how when you have the red. So I'm going to put the green down there. And here we go. You kind of see this one here, there's no engraving. So this one, you've got a lot more, I don't know, can't think of the word. I want to say freedom, but that makes it sound like on the other side, you don't have freedom. Oh. But this one, you've got a lot more choices. There's the word that I like, on how to place the wood pieces. Okay, so as you're coming to the edge, just be mindful that the other side is already painted. Okay. And you could also leave this on there flat. You want to definitely make sure you don't get any paint on the other side. And then when you get to the edge, just lift your brush ever so slightly, and that'll keep it from getting too messy. All right. So there's another technique. Put it right on the board. All right. Okay. So I do want to leave this a little heavy there because I'm going to start to work the white in. And you definitely want to have some paint so it glides. Okay. Get this brush clean, get some white. And I'm going to put some heavy white in the middle. That's going to be pretty pure white. Okay. And as you are doing this technique, you might be thinking, well, how wide is that strip and how wide is the other color? And the answer is as wide as you like it to be. So we encourage you to make those executive decisions. Okay. Okay. So here we go. And you can go a little wide on the white because we know we're going to add pink up here. Okay. All right. So now we're going to start to bring these two together. And so it really helps to have that extra green there because it helps it to glide and blend. Okay. And just keep working the paint. Okay. And the nice thing is that no two are going to look exactly the same. So don't even bother with comparing because no two are going to look the same. Okay. Some people are going to say, that's too much green for me. I want less green. Or I will like this fading and I want more of this in between color. And so do that. Have fun with it. Enjoy it. All right. So now we're going to bring the pink. Okay. Cleaning my brush off. Drying it off as well. Okay, so now I'm going to bring the pink. Now I'm going to have just pink and I'm going to start at the top and come to the white. So here we started at the bottom and we came to the white. Here we're going to start at the opposite end and come down into the white. So it's going to be solid pink at the top. You could do this red. Doesn't have to be pink. Again, whatever colors you love, whatever colors that match your home decor. Some people, color is very powerful and has emotions tied to them as well. So Some people pick color because of a memory. And so if you think of summer and you have specific colors in mind, like maybe you spent the summer by the beach, and so you want this more coastal colors, that would be awesome. Maybe you've been painting for a while. You could even, ooh, actually, maybe we'll have to do a remix of this, and we could do almost like it looks like a wave in the background. Oh, yeah. Okay. You guys remind me of that. Let's do a remix of this with the ocean wave in the back. All right. So now we're going to bring the two together. And it needs a little bit more pink in there. And I'm going to put some more white in there. Need more paint for the glide. There you go. Here it comes along. It's coming together. It's coming together. All right. There you go. I just realized something about this design as well, is that the green is towards the bottom. And though I'm visualizing like watermelon, once I get the other pieces on here, it's almost going to be like this is the sunset on top. And it's the sky up here and the land below. Okay, so I picked up some darker pink. And I'm working that along. Okay, I like it. I'm going to stop and leave it. Okay. All right. So this is going to take a second to dry. So I'm going to set this to the side. Okay. All right. We're wrapping it up here. We just got a few more pieces to paint. So let me bring these back onto the screen. We got our sun and the hello and summer, which we are going to use our painter's tape because we've got some smaller pieces here and want to keep them together. Okay, set this here to dry. So let's see. Well, the sun, I'm definitely going to paint. Got to decide what colors am I going to do the others. So on this one, as I said, you had more choices how you want to do the layout. So I know that I'm going to do it like this. So it's going to say hello up here, and I'm going to have the sun off to the side and the word summer down below. Okay. So that means my word summer is going to actually be over the green. So as I'm thinking through what color I want those letters to be, I got to think how it's going to look and pop up against that green. Right now, actually, I'm kind of thinking I might do it pink and do this. I'm either going to not paint this or I'm going to leave it white. Okay, so time for the sun. And when you do the sun, I'm going to show you some different colors that you can do. We got our sponges here. We're going to use yellow and orange. So let's get some yellow down. And just depending on the yellow that you use, you might do one coat, you might do two coats, okay? So I'm just getting like this base coat down. This is a little bit of a bigger piece, so you see I'm swiping. Otherwise, I definitely recommend the tapping. All right, let me get some more yellow, which this one I'm going to actually just take it right out of the bottle because it was getting clogged earlier. All right. So we're just getting the yellow here. We're going to show you a couple different ways that you can do this sun. So you could definitely leave it the yellow as it is here, as I'm showing you. Or you can add some orange, which is the other technique that you can use. So you can use it, just leave it there like the yellow, or we're going to add some orange in here. Okay. I think that the thing that was causing my clogging issue, I think I got it. So let me try to squeeze this out of the bottle. Let's see what kind of sound effects we get from this bottle. All right. More yellow, more yellow. Come on. Oh, I thought I had more in here than what I think I might actually. Okay, that's good. All right. So we got the yellow, a little bit of yellow. So just like we did with the colors there, we're going to get mostly yellow and then just a little bit of orange. And then you can have fun with it. So you could do orange like around the edge here. You could do orange from the middle coming out. Just what I think I'm going to do. Okay, or I'm going to just take it all along the whole, the whole bottom. It's too pretty. I can't just save it for the middle. And then I'm just working it into the yellow. You see, just using a little bit of orange with the yellow just gives it a nice subtle blending. Blend, blend, blend. Okay, so now I'm going to use the other end of my sponge and come back with some more yellow. Switch it around, introduce some of that orange again, just so it's a nice, even blend. Hi, bud. You want to say hi? I was saying how I was needing an assistant. What do you think of that color, the yellow?
Good.
Good?
Did you mix the yellows and oranges?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And
Is
now I'm
anyone
just going to
watching?
swiping.
Hi,
I don't
Chad.
know. Let's see. No one's watching. Well, that's all right.
We'll get there someday.
They might be watching on the replay because I am doing this during work hours, so taking my lunch break and relaxing.
It's a very late lunch break.
I know. That's how it goes sometimes,
2:15.
right? What do you think of that? Do you think yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just came here to tell you that I'm done with school.
You're done with
Bye.
school?
That's amazing.
Yeah. Awesome. All right.
Do most of your friends listen?
Yeah. I got followers too. Right, guys?
In the future?
Oh. Gonna get some more. I think I'm gonna do a second coat here of the yellow. What do you think? Brighten it up, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite thing to paint?
Stuff like that where you layer stuff and
Yeah.
basically whatever you give me.
Yeah. What should we make next? What should we do next? You always help me with my design.
Something with cars.
Car. Oh yeah. Okay. That will be fun.
Jeeps.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. Trucks or Jeeps.
Some sports.
Ooh. I do have a Jeep design that we can do. That will be fun. We are a Jeeping family. I don't know if any of you are Jeepers out there.
3 Jeeps.
3 Jeeps. That's right. My husband says some people collect stamps. We collect Jeeps. All right, bud.
2.
Huh?
Soon be
Yeah, soon gonna be 2. What can we say? Can't keep them all. All right. What do you think? How's that looking?
good.
All right. Good? Yeah, I like that.
I stream. I'm gonna go get water.
Okay. Thanks for popping in, bud. All right. So we've got our sun done. Well, my son came and said hello. That's funny. All right. So for these letters, I am going to do the, oh, hold on. We got these letters stuck together. So we're going to pop these together. Okay. Actually, I'm going to leave one off because I'm going to show you also another tip that you can use. Let me set that off to the side for a second. And bring this back on to the screen. Okay. Set this over here so it can dry. We've got this back on the screen. All right. So now what I'm thinking of doing is doing this letter in pink, but I'm going to test it out. So what I'm going to do is actually turn it over onto the back side and test it out and see if I do like it that color. Now, I normally do the letters like this with the sponge. So you see me doing it with a paintbrush, which you can do. It takes a lot longer, especially to keep it super clean. But in a way, it is a little relaxing. So I just want to show you, you can do it with, ooh, that's too much paint. Ooh, still too much paint. You can do it with the small brushes. You just have to take your time, use the right amount of paint, but you can do it. Okay. So let me see. Do I like that? Oh, yeah. I like that. Okay. So we're going to do the letters in pink. So now I'm going to flip this M the other way around and get going. Where are my scissors? Here they are. So fold this over so I have a place to hold. I'm going to move this off camera just for a second. I can paint this and get some more pink. All right. There we go. So if you're just joining us, so you're catching this live and just joining us, you might be thinking, what is she doing? What is she working on? Well, I am working on June's project that is for our crafting club called Kit is Well With My Soul. And it's where we teach you how to make your own wood signs, even teach you other crafting techniques, and how to host your own paint parties. So if any of that sounds like fun to you, definitely mark your calendar. May 23rd is when we open up the doors and welcome in new members. We're going to have the doors open in May and in June, and then we close the doors. We want to make sure we're spending some quality time with our members, helping you learn a new skill during the summer. That way you're all ready for the fall. Maybe you'll be making your own gifts for the holiday season, your own decor for the holiday season, and maybe even having a few friends over and having a crafting party. That would be so fun, right? Like instead of a cookie exchange, like let's do a crafting party. I love that. Okay, so there is my letters all painted. All right. I'm gonna just wipe this up off the table. There we go. Dry that off. Now we got, now. What am I gonna do with the hello? I think that I will do it opposite. I will do it green. All right. Just need a little bit more green here. Not too much. The other nice thing about the sponges, you don't need a whole lot of paint to do it. This is a lighter color, so it might take 2 coats. Yeah, definitely 2 coats. So again, with the crafting club, we have 2 levels of membership. So the first level is our digital version, where you can get the digital file and cut everything out yourself. Or if you want, we will send you all of the cut wood pieces. So you get to decide. All members get access to all of the crafting classes, which does include different techniques besides just doing like that month's project. But you get access to past projects, you get access to different technique tutorials like how to make bows, how to seal your signs, how to store your signs, how to hang your signs. Other techniques, like we'll have some bonus instructors, some guest instructors to do other types of crafting, like maybe card making, journaling, hand lettering, how to put together some greenery if you want to do like some accent on your wood signs, how to style a tiered tray. So just other techniques as well. You do also get a sing and sip. So that means you get a playlist. If you're like me, you love to sing along. Not that I can carry a tune, but you can sing along, have some recipes for some drink recipes so you can sip and paint. There you go. We even teach you some crafting tips, our favorite tools, supply lists, discounts on supplies, and other items in our shop. There you go. I think I like that. Let it dry. If you are a laser owner, we have some tips for you. Or if you're like, gosh, I really like the idea of getting a laser, but not ready yet to maybe make that investment, that's okay. We'll laser cut for you. So, well, like I said, we'll send you all of the pieces. All of our members do get a starter kit with some tools that will come to you, like the brushes, some easels, so you can also display some of your items. Okay? All right. So I think, you guys, this is part 1 of part 2, but we're wrapping up part 1 here. Part 2 is going to come tomorrow. You'll see the other pieces that come with this project. I'm just wiping my hands here because I do want to show you how some of these come together. Okay. That's pretty dry. Okay, good. Good, good, good. All right. So we painted this 2 colors. So we got the pink and the green here, and we got the navy there. This here is going to have the hello and have the sign, not the sign. This is not a sign. The whole thing is a sign. You can have the sun. And I'm actually going to drop this down a little bit. And I'll tell you why. Because, oh, actually, maybe I'll put this a little higher. Play with it. I'll have to play with it a little bit. See what I like. Could even layer this like that, actually, or even like that. But this is going to say hello, summer. Actually, I'm going to probably put those, end up doing something like that. Yeah. It's going to say hello and then summer. It's not in the right order, but it's going to say hello, summer, just like that. And then on this side, on the other side, is going to be the patriotic theme. So we're going to flip this over. And when you do assemble it, just, make sure you kind of got things facing the right way. Okay, so move that. So this is gonna, this one has where the letters are placed. It's already engraved right here for you. And so you're just gonna glue everything together in place. But I want to show you what this is gonna look like before I glue it, before I leave you today, so you can see the magic is really in layering the pieces. So if you're thinking, gosh, I've always wanted to make my own wood signs, or it sounds so fun and looks so relaxing to do what you're doing, but I just can't because I'm not creative. Not true. You could totally do this. You can paint one solid color. You could do any of our projects. And with our classes, we're going to teach you how to do some other techniques and really expand your creativity. And so our motto is, it's not that you can't do it, you just haven't done it yet. So you have to get started to do it, right? So we definitely invite you to come in, be a part of the crafting club, and just hang out with some other ladies that are wanting to do the same thing you're doing. Relax, have some time for you, get creative, learn a new skill. And there we go. So we're just going to glue these down. And then we'll be able to put the whole sign together. These you can place wherever you like. You can put them up here. I think I might even add some white dots throughout to be able to add some more to the sign. But that's how our projects come together. The magic is in layering all of the pieces. Thank you for spending my lunch hour with me and in painting this, and I'll see you for part 2.